Some homes shine with gold and marble, but behind velvet curtains, silence can hide a scream. This is not just a story about wealth. It's about a father who came home in time and a little girl who finally found her voice. A millionaire returned home early. As he stepped inside, he heard his daughter scream. What he saw next made him cry. The mansion was so quiet, you could hear the curtains flutter from the breeze through the vents. 14 bedrooms, 3 floors. Sunlight painted the gold walls in peace and perfection. It looked like a palace. It felt like a dream. But upstairs, a little girl was screaming, and no one came. Not the chef, not the gardener, not even the tutor. That morning, Clara, the housekeeper in charge, told the staff to leave. She said the family requested a full-day deep clean. She had the keys, the authority, the trust. No one questioned her. But Clara didn't want to clean. She wanted control. In her princess-style room, 6-year-old Zuri sat on the edge of her bed, clutching her bunny. Clara stood in front of her, wearing a crisp maid's uniform, her voice sharp, her eyes cold. "You spoiled little brat! You ignore me again?" Zuri trembled, her voice shaking. I just wanted to call Daddy." "You don't speak unless spoken to," Clara snapped, pointing at her chest. "I've worked here longer than you've been alive. Girls like you don't last." Zuri's tiny legs dangled from the bed. Her heels didn't even touch the floor. "You think because he adopted you you're special?" Clara sneered. "You're not family. You're a charity case, a replacement. He'll forget you, just like the others." Zuri screamed, raw, helpless, but no one heard, because no one was there. What Clara didn't know was that Mr. Jamal Henley, Zuri's father, had come home early. He arrived quietly, holding a handmade toy bunny from Italy, just like Zuri's. He wanted to surprise her. Then he froze. A scream, high, broken, terrified. He dropped the gift and ran, up the spiral stairs, down the gold-lined hallway. Zuri's door was slightly open, and there, he saw it. Zuri on the bed, crying, her knees pulled up, her face red with tears, and Clara, towering over her, yelling, pointing, accusing, hurting. Jamal stood in the doorway, still, silent. Clara turned. Her face went pale. "Mr. Henley, I didn't know you were back," she stammered. He said nothing. His eyes moved from her to Zuri. Zuri saw him. She gasped, sobbed, slid off the bed. "Daddy!" He rushed forward, caught her, held her tight. Her small body shook in his arms. Then, he turned to Clara. The room felt colder. His voice was low, like a storm about to break. "What did I just walk into?" She was being difficult, Clara lied. She was yelling. I raised my voice to calm her. Zuri clung to his coat. "I just wanted to call you." He looked at her, then at Clara. "Is anyone else in this house?" Clara blinked. "Just me. I sent the others out to clean." "Convenient," he said, then pressed the security intercom. "Brent, come to Zuri's room. Bring another maid. Clara is to leave this house immediately." "Sir, He didn't look at her again. Zuri buried her face in his chest. He sat on the bed and whispered to her, soft things only a child should hear. That afternoon, the staff whispered. Mr. Henley was crying as he walked Zuri down the stairs. Clara was never seen there again. Jamal realized something that day. He had built an empire to protect hundreds, but failed to protect one little girl in her own bedroom. He didn't scream. He didn't threaten. He didn't need to. His silence was louder than rage. But when the door shut behind Clara, when the hallway fell quiet again, the weight of it all crashed over him. Zuri sat in his lap, red eyes, tired voice, not safe, just worn out. He held her tighter. "I'm so sorry," he whispered. "I should have been here. I should have known." She didn't reply. Her fingers just clutched his shirt. He wiped her tears. "You don't have to be afraid anymore, do you hear me?" And then, she spoke. "You wouldn't believe me," she whispered. "You'd send me back." His heart cracked. "I would never send you away," he said. "You're my daughter, Zuri, always." She looked at him, her voice trembling. She said, "I didn't belong here." He closed his eyes, held back the tears. "You belong more anyone," he whispered. "Because I chose you. Because I love you." The next morning, Jamal met every staff member face to face. He didn't yell, but he made it clear if anyone sees, hears, or suspects harm and stays silent, they will never work in his house again. 2 people quit, 3 cried and apologized. Jamal wasn't done. He changed the staff system. Zuri would always have 2 adults with her, caregivers, not just cleaners. He hired a therapist, and Angela, a specialist who worked with kids from trauma-based care. Most importantly, he changed. He canceled trips, freed up weekends, started walking Zuri home from her lessons. He didn't fix everything right away, but he showed up, again and again. And slowly, Zuri healed. One night, after tucking her in, she asked, "You won't leave again, right?" He kissed her forehead. "Not unless you come with me. Deal?" She smiled, then whispered, "Thank you for hearing me." He paused at the light switch, didn't turn it off. Instead, he walked back, sat beside her. "Even when you don't speak," he said, "I'll always hear you." The mansion still sparkled. The gold walls still glowed. But the richest thing inside was no longer furniture or fortune. It was a little girl, finally safe, and a father, finally listening. He built an empire with his hands, but he rebuilt his daughter's world with his heart. Because being a father isn't just about giving everything. It's about hearing what no one else hears. If this story touched your heart, hit the like button and subscribe for more emotional and unexpected tales. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We love hearing your stories too. Until next time, be kind, stay aware, and always listen to the quietest voice in the room.